So you wake up and there are holes in the side of your base. Bad for me, but good for you if you're interested in building the Wandering Wizard. You get to see exactly how this base held up in a real game raid. Now this was an offline raid, so we'll have to puzzle the pieces together to figure out what happened. You may notice that I'm showing you right now that both tool cupboards are still intact. You can also clearly see that I still have building privilege in this base. This base is not griefed. You may remember that that was one of my #1 selling points on this base to begin with, that the external tool cupboards will probably not be targeted and griefed. I had armored doors in all of the loot rooms, so it seems right here that they took 4 C4 to take out this room. I had a sheet metal door airlock as the main entrance. I think they might have taken a full 2 C4 for that, but they might have backwards picked it if they came in another way. Seems clear based on the splash damage here that this was done by rockets, that they rocketed into this room, probably with a full 8 rockets. If they did that, it's possible that they took out these 2 armored doors in front of that room by backwards picking. This room as well probably was gotten into with 8 rockets. And interestingly, they actually gave up and didn't finish the raid. You'll see that this room does still have my stuff in it. Now I don't have much stuff in here because I had all my stuff split out over the 4 loot rooms. One of this base's strongest features is the fact that a raider will never profit from raiding this base. They will always have to put in more resources to raid it than they could ever hope to get out of it. And lastly, you'll notice that the tower is still intact as well. So the tower won't just fall down by the raiders taking out the loot rooms. I still have a rifle and some ammunition in the tower. It was a large group of my neighbors who ended up raiding me. They told me they did it, they took credit for it. They told me why they did it as well. They didn't like that I was tower camping them. So that's a good lesson if you're a solo player and you don't want to get raided. Rust is a very personal game and a lot of players take it very personally. If you use quote-unquote cheap tactics against a large group, they might just stomp you out as a matter of principle, as a matter of pride. As you see as I'm looking out from my tower, I built on top of a ridge right next to the dome, so I wasn't really trying to be incognito here. I really wasn't trying to avoid getting raided. If I see 4 fully geared guys rolling around outside my door with AKs and bolts, I reserve the right to shoot them in the back with a semi-auto rifle. We all have our moral codes. Wandering Wizard out.